viewer. So in my last video, I just showed you the packaging for this incredible Mega Construx Pokemon set. I was so super excited for this one, and now this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I am now going to unbox it, build it, and then review it. Hi-ya! Now it's time for the grand reveal. Here we go. Alright, I am super in love with this. This is the cutest packaging I've ever seen for Mega Construx yet. Like, look at everything. It's so beautiful. They have all the separate compartments. They did them color coordinated, and they even put their little pictures on them. It tells their names, and it even has a nice little thing in the middle so you could just press it down and rip it back, and then you could get to your pieces. Oh, it's so beautiful. All the sides. Oh, I'm in love. Yes, I am super excited for this. As you can see kind of through the packaging, it looks like every one comes with its own individual instruction manual, which will be so cute. And I'm just in love with this. All the art and the design they put in there. I'm really excited for this, and I guess I'll see you after I'm done with my speed build. Alright guys, I'm finally done with that. That took a super long time, but we are done building the evolutions, and I think they actually look pretty good all together. But I'm afraid I have some good and some bad news. I'll just start with the bad news first because, you know, we'll get our disappointment out of the way first. So, I'm very disappointed. I'm very sad that I have to have a love-hate relationship with this set. I mean, I was so excited for it. I bet all of us were excited for this set. Like, I mean, it's amazing. Who doesn't love the evolutions? But no. Okay, so the main reason why I really am disliking this set is poor building choices. Whoever needed to make these, man, they really should have thought about this more. Because honestly, there's just a few little flaws that made this set kind of not worth the money. You know, it's $60, which is already kind of outrageous, but yes, I will show you now what I mean. So the number one building problem with the set, the necks. I mean, well, what do you mean? Well, if you lift up Jolteon's thing right here, you can see there's this round piece where his neck connects. So you'd be like, okay, that's okay. It already bugs me enough that you can only move it like this, and it's not a knob joint. Everybody has this except little Eevee. It would have really killed you to put a knob joint for all the necks. But I was like, well, okay, this is okay. But you can only tilt it back and forth and like this. You can't look down, so that already bugs me. But so like, I was pretending you're like a kid playing. You're playing, and then all of a sudden, boom, the neck falls off. Yes, that is the problem with this. See, this piece just falls off the neck. It's not very sturdy. It's almost like you would have to glue it down or something. That's what bothers me so bad. So many times during construction or just, you know, messing around with the face or whatever, that would pop off. Jolteon's the first one I built, but the one I had the worst trouble with is Flareon. His head is extremely fragile, so I recommend picking it up by the tail if you have to, but honestly, I'm sorry, like, so you could just be tweaking around the head and whatever, and then, you know, it pops off that easy. It's just so irritating, because it would have been so much better if they just had a knob joint at least, or something, but they should have fixed that problem. It really ruins the Pokemon, I'm sorry. I mean, all they need is one stinking neck piece. So that was the first thing that bugs me about this set. The second part is, the legs are not fully articulated. I mean, sure, yeah, I probably could get over that, but, I mean, like, if the necks can't even look down or backwards, I mean, you should at least have articulated legs to sort of help you achieve that, but no, most of the legs are just this one straight piece, and you can only move it right here, and the back legs are just the same, so that's a little disappointing. And then don't ask me why they would do that for Flareon, because his legs right here fall off very easily because they're not the one straight piece, so why would they do that for Flareon? I don't know. He's just very short now in this case. I don't know why. I mean, everyone else has it, well, except for Leafeon. But seriously, like, would it kill you to fully articulate the legs like little Angel Eevee? And yeah, so those are the main problems I have with this construction build. Otherwise, they're pretty good. They did a good job getting all the details right, and the tails look nice on them. Sorry, Jolteon, you don't have a tail though. But yeah, they did overall look decent, you know, besides the $60. So if I was rating this on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this a 2 just for those 3 main reasons, because it bugs me and it ruins the set so bad. But I'm just warning you guys so you guys can evaluate this for yourself. Just saying. Honestly, this is more like a collector's item. You build it and just look at it. It's not, I don't know, that's what it feels like. I mean, you can't play it without, like, gluing down the heads or they're going to be popping off on you all the time. It's very annoying, and I honestly love to play with the Mega Construx. Whew. Okay, so now that we got the cons out of the way, we can get on to the better qualities of this set, so your disappointment will be less disappointed, I guess. I don't know. Overall, this set has some pretty good qualities. Came with all the 9 evolutions, the colorings were pretty much correct, and they made sure to get all the markings right. And they did some interesting things while building, but otherwise everything looks pretty good. Here's a little Eevee right here. He's the first one I built in the set, and he actually is pretty good. I'm really happy with how they made the Eevee 2.0. At least he has a knob joint neck, and he can look down or this way any way he wants, and his neck stays on. And at least he has articulated legs. He's the smallest, yet his legs can move. I'm very very glad they actually made this Eevee 2.0. He looks very good compared to what he used to. This was the first Eevee they came out with in the Pokeball, so you can see there's some considerable differences. And here we have Jolteon. He actually looks pretty decent. They got all the features right. As I said, he was the first one that I experienced a neck problem with. He has this little rubber ruff right here that just slips on over the neck, and he has these little rubber pieces for his little spines back here where, you know, he should have a tail. Said all the necks will move like this. Everybody's ears are on the knob pieces, so if the ears get the knobs, why can't the necks? The legs will all move like this, and yeah, that's basically all we got about Jolteon. Now here's Vaporeon. I actually quite like Vaporeon. It's this lovely, kind of soothing blue color. I love how they did the dark blue spines. The tail is actually pretty nice. You can move it in several different joint locations. The tail fins look very nice. His ear fins will kind of move up and down, but they will sort of fall off easy because that's all they are. Yeah, overall Vaporeon's pretty good. It might be one of my favorites of this set. That has a little plastic ruff right here, and all these little things are also plastic, so that's a nice little tie. Here is Flareon. This guy's the worst for the neck because, oh, there we go. See? I don't know what is up with this guy. Like, if you even like touch the head, it will fall off. The legs will fall off too, and it's just really weird. And don't ask me why, when they were building the legs, why did they use this piece that has the hole on them? That's kind of unnecessary to me, but I guess whatever. They have this big blocky tail, which doesn't have a lot of movement, which is kind of sad. They could at least put one more joint right there so they could have a little bit more range of motion, but no, that's all it can really do. Which is kind of sad, but they did a good job on making it look furry, I guess. And this is a little plastic fluffy piece he has right here. And this little hair piece actually connects on to the head like this, and that's pretty cool what they did there. And yeah, there's Flareon. He's okay, I guess. Here is Umbreon. He's pretty simple, just black and yellow, but I like how they kind of made his colors a bit lighter so he's not just plain black. That's nice. They got all those little yellow circles on his legs, and the only thing I wish they would have fixed about him is his tail, because it's just the same as his ears. I wish they would have made it a little bit more round or puffy or something. Just not so flat for his tail, but otherwise he looks pretty good. Okay, here's Espeon. Espeon's actually pretty cool. Her little whiskers right here are actually rubber, and her tail is actually pretty fun to construct. It's this little pointed piece here at the end, a little V shape that you can actually adjust from right here and some other parts, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so now here we have Glaceon. Glaceon's normally my favorite, but I'm not sure she's my favorite in this set. They did a good job making her this light icy blue, and then she has her turquoise paws and the little diamonds on her back. This little piece is attached just like Flareon's, a little stem thing right there, and it just flows down like that. I don't really like her tail. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, they did a good job making it the diamond shape, but I just feel like they could have done something different. It's kind of like a beaver, honestly. But otherwise, yeah, Glaceon's adequate. We had Little Leafeon. I actually really like this one. They did a good job getting the details on, and I actually quite like the little leaf pieces. They just attach right here on the legs, so it's two parts like Flareon's, but they don't fall off as easy. And this piece is again attached down like that, and all these little pieces, they're rubber. These ones will kind of move around a little bit, but these ones mostly stay stationary. They did a good job with her tail. It'll move at these 2 points, and they did a good job making it. Oopsie. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, Leafeon's the worst for when her head falls off, because then this falls off as well, because it's attached down here, and this whole thing falls off, so it's very annoying to put back on every time. But yes, they did a pretty good job making her look like the actual Leafeon, so that's good. Here's the last one, Little Sylveon. I know a bunch of you are Sylveon fans out there, and she looks pretty good. They got all her little markings right. I like what they did with the feet. They did a pretty good job on lining that up. Her tail is just constructed out of 3 pieces. Don't ask me why that's not covered up. Little ribbon thingies are actually just plastic. It's literally just a lollipop stick. That's what it looked like. But the only reason they did that, I guess, is so her little front ribbon could attach on. It's kind of weird, but it works for her. Her head won't really move too much, but you can do some cute head tilts right here and here. So yeah, otherwise, that's Sylvia on there. Give you a little bit of a size variation. Obviously, they are at least a whole head taller than the Eevee, but here we go. We have Dragonite's the biggest, and Electabuzz, and they're not much bigger than him. So yeah, they're all pretty much just the same height, and Eevee is the very smallest. And here are just all the little instruction books. They're just those little things. I kept them in half of the original packaging. That was one good thing this set had going for it. The packaging was actually very pleasing to open. Here's just a quick little insider's look of what the instruction books look like. They're just basically all like this. There's just some slight different body types you have there, but all the bodies were basically built the same way except Eevee's. So yeah, that's all I basically have to say about this set. I'm really sad I have to have a love-hate relationship with this because honestly, I do love the evolutions. I'm sure almost all Pokemon fans love the evolutions. They're awesome, but I'm sorry, Mega Construct, you just made some crucial errors while making this. This could have been a really awesome set if they would have just fixed those little tiny things. Another thing I guess I would have liked to see in this set is if it included evolution stones. I mean, there's no extra pieces whatsoever to this set, but I guess it would have been just cool, kind of cool. I mean, I know some of these guys don't evolve with stones, but then they could have just had little symbols or something. So that would have been cool to see. And I think my favorite out of the set is, I think it might be a tie between Vaporeon, Espeon, or Leafeon, honestly. So, well, thank you for joining me today, viewers. If you liked the video, you're welcome to comment or subscribe, and I guess I'll see you on the next video. Sorry if this was a little bit disappointing to you guys. It is just as equally disappointing to me as well, so I'm sorry about that. See you guys later. Bye!